What's going on, everyone? Vince Ingenito here, and we are on day 5, the 5th and final day of IGN's Vita Indie Week event, and we're closing out with something a little more on the mellow side. I'm going to play some Proteus for you, which is a game that's already been out on the PC for a little bit now. It's hard to describe exactly what this is all about. The creators themselves would call it. They say on the website, it's a game of audiovisual exploration and discovery. And I think it's a pretty good way of putting it, but it's tough to really, it's still tough to summarize something like this in a simple phrase. Now, just for the sake of disclosure, this version that I'm playing right now, even though this is Vita Indie Week, this is actually a build on the PS3. Ah, that's beautiful. I love that, the way it's like an eye opening up at the beginning. So this is a build on the PS3. It's also coming to Vita, and I'm assured that this is in every way identical to the Vita version. But just for disclosure's sake, so I'm not going to necessarily talk that much. I would like you to be able to just get a sense for. See, it's all little things like that that really make the experience. You know, you walk around and you see these little visual flourishes. And now, keep in mind, the game is randomly generated. Every time you play, this world is created anew for you. And you're going to see little visual flourishes and sound effects. And you're not always going to know why they're there or if they mean something or what they mean. But what I found from playing it, this is my second time playing Proteus. I've done a run through myself. You got a nice little cherry blossom tree here. I like that, the way the pink contrasts with the green on the ground. But yeah, this is my second playthrough, and what I found my first time through is that the game you find yourself being led around by little points of interest off in the horizon, or by something like this. You find a road and you follow the road. And then sometimes, you say, I don't want to be on the road. I want to go off the beaten path. And you go somewhere else. Well, this hilltop looks interesting. Let's see what's up there. So you can press the R1 button to take a postcard, they call it. It's like a snapshot. Your screenshots get saved, and then you can kind of review them. One of the things I really had to see, now this is what's interesting. This world is such a strange world because, down here you got this verdant green valley, and then you go up this hill, and all of a sudden, it's like winter, and you're in the Alps or something. It's the world doesn't really follow the normal rules of world construction in games, or obviously too much of the way the world works in reality, but that's okay. See, you've got this kind of dynamic audio. Oh, that's a picture I want to take. Yeah. That's a nice postcard. Send that one to Mom. So I love how up here, as I got higher, the sound is very dynamic. So I'm up here, and now all the music kind of has faded away, and you just hear the wind blowing. And then as you come down the hillside, you hear the music fade back in. Really cool. Oh, what do we got here? We got a little buddy. Now, again, there's another audio cue. You hear this weird kind of dissonant organ sounding. And I follow my guy, and it fades away. So now, like, in my head, there's like this decision. Do I want to follow that sound, or do I want to follow our little friend here? And these are the kinds of things that pop into your head while you play the game and kind of keep you looking about. But I'm going to go and follow that sound because it seems like it's coming from this. Oh, that's a postcard. That's beautiful. And what's cool is that when you finish a playthrough, you know, you can look at kind of your album. Yeah, what is this thing? Well, I kind of know what this thing is. So I don't know what it was that encouraged me the first time I played this to walk towards this and just keep walking into it. But if you'll take note of the surrounding environment that we're in right now, just look around and see what it is. God, that's a postcard too. Getting some nice shots on this one. Now you're going to see, if you take note of that environment, you see there's a little pulse. And if I back away now, different landscape. The clouds are right above me and it's raining. And this is kind of the experience of Proteus. It's not something that, if you come to it with a mindset where you're looking for an objective or a challenge to overcome, it's not really gonna deliver that for you. But what it really does well is engender a feeling of kind of like wanderlust and wanting to explore and wanting to be here. Definitely something that you play with some headphones on and the lights off, wee hours of the morning, and you just kind of get yourself lost in it. Yeah, so like right now, oh, look at that. See, now it's turning to night. Got a beautiful starry night. There's that kind of a silhouette of a hill. You maybe just missed it there. It looked like it had someone or something standing at the top of it. And I kind of want to go out there, but I also kind of want to follow these rain clouds and see where they go. And you see, like, even some of the trees look different. And we got a house here, and the house I so want to go inside this house. Like, I want to know who lives in that house. Like, who in this kind of a world, like who's the person who has a cabin out in the middle of this world? I want to be that dude. And see, now we got these little sparkles of light, like little wisps. I know in my first playthrough, I really find myself chasing those wisps and wanting to be wherever they were. Because sometimes it seems like part of if there's a progression loop to the game, because you can finish the game. Even though there is no discrete kind of objective, it does eventually end. And it has a kind of a progression loop where things kind of advance and move forward. I love the sound effects when you're near the rain. That kind of like pitter-pattering, tinkling sound, and then as you move away from the rain, it fades away. The star formations are also really nice too. Some nights are you can see the nights of the you can see the stars really, really clearly some nights. And there's a lot more out some nights than others. We just don't have a lot of experiences like this in gaming. And it's something that I'm glad exists. It's not something that you would play over and over and over again. And maybe it's not something you can sit down and kind of binge on for hours and hours and hours on end. But it is something I can see myself wanting to go back to every now and then when I want to mellow out and just have kind of an experience, get lost in thought. And in a lot of ways, that's what that's one of the things that the indie game movement can be all about. That's one of the reasons why we've spent an entire week now here on IGN kind of covering it and doing something with it, because there's totally room for the Call of Duties and the Halos and those experiences. Nothing wrong with those. But there's also room for experiences like this, ones that kind of stoke your imagination and calm your nerves and just get you lost in a different kind of world than you're used to exploring. I feel like something's about to happen. The trees just started rustling, and now they all kind of look differently. And oh God, what is that? Like a booming sound. Oh my God, there's 2 owls watching me. Now there's one. Where did it go? I feel like there's something, like you get these senses that you're in a place, sometimes a particular spot in the world where there's something special going on, or a certain power to it. Anyway, I'm just running around in circles at this point, enjoying the view. But hopefully you've gotten something out of this. I know it's a bit of a more slower paced type of a video and type of a game that maybe you might not normally associate with what video games do. But me personally, I'm glad that there's games like this in the world, and I'm glad there's experiences like this to have, because I sure want to keep having them. So, in any case, thanks a lot for joining us this week on Vita Indie Week at IGN. I hope you've enjoyed some of the things that you've looked at, and you've seen some of the real potential and power in the indie game movement. And I hope you take it upon yourself to look more on these games that try to do something different and bring us to places we've never been before. So thanks a lot for watching, and for everything you want to know about indie games for the Vita, the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 3, and every other platform out there. Be sure to keep it locked right here to IGN.